the five orders and went to Meron this year.
No one went to Meron this year. No one went to Meron this year. But we did have a very beautiful and Lebedika Medura last night. It was very interesting. The fire engine came, and it was the whole thing was very pointed. It was a very big one, and fire engine came, and it was burning great. And the fire engine said it's too high. It can't be so high, right? There's rules. It's too high, right? So as soon as he said it's too high, right, that second, everything came down.
Really?
Because everything came down, and it was it was just on the ground, and I said, "Is it okay now?"
As a din of a sukkah can't be higher than 20 amos.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
okay, Rebbe can start whenever. I'm still going to try to get more guys, but Rebbe should start. It's already 8:08.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, guys.
We have
okay,
another person here, so that's 6. Don't worry.
It's Lag B'Omer. It's Lag B'Omer, and I want to tell you something about emes, right? When Hashem created the world, there was an argument. Chesed said, create the world, because mankind does chesed. We do good things for each other. Mankind does chesed. So create the world. Emes says, don't create the world. It's full of sheker. It's full of sheker. You don't want to create a world that's full of falsity, right? Not only is it full of sheker, right? But we can add, it has to be full of sheker. Because if the world would show what really is the presence of the Almighty and the hashgacha pratius of the Almighty, there'd be no bechira. There'd be no free choice. We'd have to do what is right? In order for there to be bechira and free choice, there has to be sheker in the world. So therefore, the world looks as if it's deceiving. It looks as if it was always here. It was here for millions of years, but it wasn't, only for 5,000. It looks like it was, that it's there's no hashgacha. It's all whatever happens. It's all that's what it looks like, and it has to look like that in order to give us a chance to have free choice, in order for us to gain olam haba, in order to have something which is nitzchias. So therefore, Emes says, don't create the world. It's full of sheker. So what did HaKadosh Baruch Hu do? HaKadosh Baruch Hu took Emes. He took Emes. He said, you're right, the world is full of sheker. But he took Emes, and he hurled it down into the world. Aris tismach Emes. He took Emes, and Emes is Torah. Stayed in the marriage, Emes is Torah. Notel esa Emes zug a Torah, vashlicha la'aretz, and threw it down to the world. Shenasnu lebnei Yisrael shehi tachas mishmartam melachatoy. He took Emes and he threw it down into the world. And he said, from the world, which has to appear like it's sheker, will grow Emes. And Emes is Torah. So I want to ask you a question. Right? Why did Bar Yochai have to talk up and say what he said? Didn't he know that he was making a lot of trouble for himself? I mean, he could have kept silent. Listen to the Gemara on Shabbos Lamed Gimel Amud Beis. That's not a hard one to remember. Lag. Lamed Gimel Amud Beis. The Gemara says like this. Pasak Reb Yehuda v'Amar, Kama no'im ma'aseihem shel umazu. How beautiful are the actions of this nation, meaning the Greek Romans. Tiknu shukim, they made marketplaces, right? What do they call that? When you have a plaza and people come to buy things there. A big plaza.
A flea market, a bazaar.
Yeah, something like a bazaar, fruit market, something like that. Anyhow, so that's what he said. They made beautiful things over here. Tiknum Gisharim, they made huge bridges. Tiknum Marchetzos, they made beautiful bathhouses. Rabbi Yossi Shatak. Rabbi Yossi didn't say anything. He was a little bit wiser. Nene Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. The Rashbi said, "Va'omar kol ma shetiknu lo tiknu elo letzarech atzmam." Everything that they did it for themselves. Tiknu shukim lahoshi behen zonos. They made these marketplaces in order to have a place for the prostitutes. Marchetzos la'adam behem atzmam. They made the bathhouses to make themselves feel pleasurable, for their own pleasures. Gisharim, they told him meches. They made bridges in order to take meches from it, to take money from it. Halach Yehuda ben Gerim, this whole story by itself. V'siper Divreihem, he went and he said over. He didn't say to the authorities. He said it over to other people, and the other people said to the authorities. V'nishma'u the Malchus, and it was heard by the Malchus. Amru, the Malchus said, Yehuda, she'ila yis'ala, since he praised us, so he should get promoted. Yossi sheshatak yigala tzipuri. Yossi that didn't say anything, so he has to leave where he is and go to Tzipuri. Shimon Shegina, but Shimon Bar Yochai, that said bad things about us. Yaharog, he should be killed. Azulhu Barei, okay, so they went to the Beis Medrash. Eventually, they couldn't stay there any longer, and they went into the cave. So I'm asking you a question, right? Why do you have to say that? Didn't he know he's getting himself into trouble? Why does he have to say it? He could have remained silent. He could have, even the Rabbi Yossi, okay, he had to go to, but he didn't get a death sentence. Shimon Bar Yochai got a death sentence. And he had to spend all that time in the cave. Why did he have to say anything? He should have remained silent. The answer is, of course, that this is the essence of Bar Yochai. This is the essence of Bar Yochai. When I started to think about this pshat, so it occurred to me that whenever, let's say the Ramban wants to quote the Zohar, wants to quote Kabbalah, so he says Divrei Emes. Divrei Emes. Kabbalah is called Divrei Emes, right? Bar Yochai was a master of Kabbalah. Right? The essence of Shimon Bar Yochai, the essence of Bar Yochai was Emes. He was Kula Emes. That was his essence. That's what it was all about. He was Toho Kabaro, Kula Emes. And he had to say the Emes. He couldn't stand. He couldn't. It's a word. He couldn't allow Sheker to lift its head. And when Rabbi Yossi said these things, And it was so full of sheker. It was saying it in order to please the authorities, right? He was sorry, what's the word? He was he was saying it in order to get promoted, right? Bar Yochai couldn't take the sheker. He couldn't take it because he's kula emes, and he said the truth. He said the truth. He said that yeah, they build these beautiful parks and plazas, but what do they do it so they can have a place for their prostitutes? And they build the bridges to collect money, to make money, right? And the bathhouses to adorn themselves. Yeah, he had to say the emes because that was Bar Yochai. Bar Yochai was emes, right? So, on this very special, very beautiful time, very special day, when we all connect to Bar Yochai and we connect to Lag BaOmer, right? Let us all try to be a little bit more emistic not just with others. Right? It's very important to be emistic with others, but it's even more important to be emis with yourself, not to fool yourselves, to know what we are, to know what we have to do, to know what our task in life is, to know what we're doing. And if we can get a little bit more emistic on this Lag BaOmer, then Me'ez Hashem, you'll all be coming to Eretz Yisrael, to Yerushalayim, to dance together in Yerushalayim with the Binyan Bayis Shlishi, B'Meiri Yameinu. Thank you, fellas. Have a great Lag BaOmer.
Thank you so much, Mash.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yes.
Well,
See you soon.
all too.